Good evening from Bordeaux in France, and what a fabulous 4 days of equestrian competition we have had here in this wonderful arena. And this evening we are bringing you the final of the first full FEI World Cup vaulting. Yesterday was the first day, the first round, and we'll talk about that in a few moments' time. And I'm Phil Gazzala, and I've been joined in the commentary box by Bettina Durham, who is manager of the non-Olympic sports at the FEI. And Bettina, one of the sports that you oversee is the sport of FEI vaulting, isn't it?
Yes, it is indeed. And I think we were lucky yesterday to have great performances of the vaulters. It was their first day, so probably they were a bit nervous, so we could expect even better performances today.
And of course there were a couple of outstanding performances that we'll talk about later, and hopefully we'll see those and more again. Now, yesterday's scores count towards the overall final score, don't they? They bring those scores forward to today.
Yes, they do. Yesterday they were the scores of the first round. Today they will have another score of the second round, and then the average score of both rounds will be the final score.
Okay, well, we've got the top 6 female vaulters, followed by the top 6 male vaulters. And of course, they've had to qualify to be here in Bordeaux for the FEI Vaulting World Cup final. There have been qualifiers at München, Salzburg, Paris, Leipzig, all around Europe. And Bettina, there have been 1 or 2 disappointing stories, sad stories in fact, where people have been injured and not made it here qualified. I'm thinking particularly in the ladies who we're about to see. Pia Engelberti, we ought to just give her a mention because she finished 4th in the table and hasn't been able to be here, has she?
Yes, this was very unfortunate for her because at her last qualifier in Leipzig, her horse stood on her foot, unfortunately, so she broke her foot. So we've seen her wandering around here on her crutches to support probably her fellow vaulter Sarah Kay from Germany too. And unfortunately for her, she couldn't make it to the final this year.
Well, I can just look, the cameras are just showing us the 3 of the jury, the 3 judges around the arena. You've got their names actually, just give their judges' names.
Yes, in C you have Rob de Bruin from Belgium.
Just the first horse coming in. We'll go through the rest of the judges in a minute, Bettina, because we've got Simone Yoder from Switzerland with her horse Luke coming in to the ring. Now, she finished 6th of the 6 yesterday. She finished on 7.847 as the score up on the screen. She starts with that score and she just gets 1 round today and that's it.
Exactly.
Yeah, sure. And this 1 round, it's a 60-second routine to music. And we will, in the commentary box, let you enjoy the performance and make any appropriate comments afterwards. So we start off for Switzerland, Simone Yoder and her horse Luke Lunger Rita Bleiski. And that completes the first routine of the 6 ladies here at the 2012 FEI World Cup vaulting final. Simone Yoder for Switzerland with a horse, Luke. Simone Yoder, who won the qualifier in München, finished at the top of the leaderboard, of the points for the qualifiers. Bettina, she looked more relaxed actually today than she looked yesterday.
Yes, indeed, she did. There was a better flow in the exercises as well, so we hope she'll get a bit more points today.
.9 at A, 7.8 at B, 7.980 at C. Total 7.893. So the average score for 2 days for our first competitor in the FEI World Cup vaulting female final, Simone Yoder for Switzerland, 7.870. Now sole competitor from Italy, Anna Cavallaro, Lunger, Nelson Vidoni, and with the wonderful horse Harley. The score yesterday 7.94. Anna Cavallo finished second in the league. She won the Leipzig leg, second in Salzburg at the qualifiers, to gain her position here in the top 6 in the world. So the bell goes, signify everyone's ready. Anna Cavallo for Italy. Anna Cavallaro delighted with her performance and goes up and shares in the celebration with Nelson Vidoni. Bettina, she just fell backwards a little bit when she landed. Will it take points away from her for that?
It may take small penalties off, but as long as she doesn't touch the ground with her hand, she's still safe.
Okay.
But in the artistic score, it could take a few penalties.
Well, for those of you not that familiar with the sport of FEI vaulting, the 1 minute routine does not commence until the vaulter actually places their hand on the surcingle, does it? On the hand?
On the grips.
On the grips, yeah. The scores are on the board for Annika Cavallaro. A much improved score from, it's certainly an improved score from yesterday. 7.760 at B. It's gone from the screen, so I'll 8.16 at C, and gives Anna Cavallaro 7.990, her final score. Now for Germany. Winner from the first of the qualifying rounds, finished yesterday, broke the 8 mark, 8.093, Sarah Kay, and the horse Luc that we saw with Simone Yoder at the beginning of this, the first one to come in. So we're seeing Luc again at the Lunger as before, Rita Blasky. We'll talk again in a little minute, Bettina, but sometimes when these horses have come in twice, they almost a bit too much energy if they've been in twice sometimes.
They can get a bit wounded up at the second time they come in.
Sarah Kay for Germany. Sarah Kay for Germany, former double individual European champion. Yesterday finished in 4th place on 8.093. Will she move up the placings? I'm very much an untrained eye, Bettina. My guess is she won't be completely happy with that dismount at the finish there. It just looks a little bit cumbersome, I thought.
Probably. When the judges ring the bell, they have 3 canter strides to perform their dismount. Sometimes if anything happened or some hesitations during the performance, suddenly they realize they have less time, so they will do it a bit quickly.
8.120 judge at A, 8.32 at B, 7.52 at judge at C, completed 7.987, and we'll just get the average score from the 2 days in a couple of seconds' time. Well, she passes the 8 mark barrier, Bettina. She'll be pleased with that.
She'll be very happy with that.
Now the first of the 2 competitors for Great Britain. One of the 2 sisters, the younger of the 2, Hannah Eccles, with the wonderful W.H. Bentley. That's the horse, and of course Father John, the Lunger. One of the things that a lot of these young vaulters have to fit their training around their education. Hannah, media student at Glasgow University. Hannah Eccles for Great Britain. That looks good.
That's very good.
Well, a much appreciated performance here from the crowd in Bordeaux, from Hannah Eccles, Lunger, Father John. Well, they're absolute pros, the P team, aren't they?
They are.
Eccles family.
You could feel a great artistic flow as well in her performance.
Into the lead for Great Britain. Goes Hannah Eccles. 8.227. Hannah Eccles completes or improves her score, I should say, from yesterday. Bettina, this was a lovely routine.
It was a great routine. In the score she gets, so there's always 25% for the horse. This horse is also brilliant in his work. 50% of the score goes for technique, and now 25% for the artistic side of the performance.
For the competitor, raising the hopes of the host nation here in Bordeaux for France, and Sophie Musset-Agnes. With Harley and the Lunger, Nelson Bedoni, and we saw them also in here with Anna Cavallaro. So for France, and Sophie Musset-Agnes and Harley. Score yesterday 8.227. In fact, her score yesterday was the identical score that Hannah Eccles has just achieved in the last round. The 1 minute routine does not start until Anne-Sophie Musset-Agnes places her hand on the handle. A very happy Anne-Sophie Musset-Agnes dismounts from Harley. We're just going to have a word about Harley, but Bettina, the music actually stopped a couple of seconds before she dismounted. Will that matter?
It won't matter.
It won't.
Well, it could matter a bit on the artistic score. Probably what we must know is that Anne-Sophie was quite unfortunate because her own horse was found out yesterday not fit to compete. So she had to, just before the competition, start on a new horse. She was given the opportunity by the Italians to use Harley, And it was great that they fitted together very well, very quickly. However, the stride of this horse can be different from hers, so that could explain the difference in the music stopping before performance.
.214 total score for Anne-Sophie Musset.
Very close to Hannah Eccles.
She looks happy, as does the lunger Nelson Vidoni, I should say. Stays in
Tout simplement, la favorite, nous allons retrouver la famille Eccles.
Second
Avec
place.
cette voltigeuse de 22 ans, écossaise, comme toute la famille, et qui entre en piste maintenant. Merci d'accueillir Joanne Eccles, de retrouver Patric.
Back into the arena. Lunger John Eccles with W.H. Bentley, and on this occasion with the eldest of his two daughters, Joanne Eccles, overnight leader. And many, many medals to her name. Individual champion at the FEI World Equestrian Games. European champion in 2011, 2009. And Joanne Eccles, overnight leader here in Bordeaux for the 2012 FEI World Cup vaulting final. Bettina, I'm going to let you say something about that, because I find that quite emotional. That's absolutely fantastic, isn't it?
It's very emotional. The way she builds up her program with the music, a great artistic side. I think she really has it in her. A real artist and sports.
Are we going to have an Eccles 1-2? Surely we are, after that performance. Joanne Eccles for Great Britain goes in to the lead, maintains her position from yesterday, and becomes the 2012 FEI World Cup vaulting champion here in Bordeaux. And let's have a look. Let's enjoy this, Bettina. The level of difficulty, just that movement there.
Very precise, very steady. This is an amazing performance.
Many congratulations, Joanne.
Thank you.
That's the third one now in the row. How does it feel?
Brilliant. I mean, it's even better because Hannah was in second place. It makes the event even more worthwhile, but to have another title under my belt is brilliant.
I saw both your performances here this weekend. Personally, and I'm a bit of an untrained eye, but I couldn't see a fault. Did it go perfectly for you?
Neither were absolutely perfect. It's things I can pick up on at home, and I know that my foot should have been somewhere else or my leg should have been slightly different, but generally I was really happy with both rounds.
Well, there were people around me with tears in their eyes when you were performing. So how does it feel to be FEI World Cup champion along with your European champion title and the World Equestrian Games? How does it feel?
It's brilliant. It's an honour really to be able to come to such an event like this and to come away with the trophy and having won. The horse was so brilliant today and we've worked really hard through the whole season. To have it all culminate and come together here is just perfect.
Joanne Eccles, her younger sister Hannah Eccles in second place. In third place, Anna-Sophie Musset. And a great occasion for the Eccles family to be. Joanne Eccles, of course, didn't take part in the 2011 FEI World Cup vaulting, so she's come here this year, has clinched that title. The 2012 FEI World Cup vaulting champion, Joanne Eccles, took the #1 spot at the All-Take FEI World Equestrian Games in Lexington, Kentucky. Emulated that performance last year in the European Championships in Le Mans and takes another title on her third consecutive year